Hi, I'm Amanda. Welcome to Sullivan 180 Presents Take 5. Our guest today is Dr. Bob Dufour, Superintendent and CEO of Sullivan BOCES. Welcome, Bob, and thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Amanda.
Can you please introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit more about your role at BOCES?
Sure. My name is Bob Dufour. I'm the District Superintendent and CEO of Sullivan BOCES. As the CEO of Sullivan BOCES, I oversee the day-to-day operations of Sullivan County BOCES. And as the District Superintendent, I serve as the Commissioner's representative in Sullivan County.
What is the biggest barrier right now to fully reopening schools in Sullivan County?
Truthfully, there's an issue with an inconsistency with the guidance coming out of Albany and coming from the federal government. The federal government's guidance is a little bit more liberal. It takes the state a number of weeks to review new federal guidance and then to issue their own interpretation of that guidance. And the guidance issued by the New York State Department of Health is binding on all of the school districts. And the most recent issue was the reduction by the CDC from 6-foot social distancing in schools to 3-foot in certain circumstances, and the state's interpretation of that. Elementary schools, they can reduce the space between students to 3-foot, yet they still need to stay 6 foot apart in the cafeteria. So those numbers just don't work out unless the kids eat in their classrooms. And at the high school level, we're required to maintain 6 feet if we're in a red zone. And as far as the CDC and DOH are concerned, Sullivan County is in a red zone, and our school districts are doing their best.
How do you think the rest of Sullivan County will be positively impacted if we are able to get more people vaccinated?
The more people that get vaccinated, the more quickly we can return to what we want to return to. Just in the schools, as the vaccine started rolling out, we have over 1,400 educational workers that we were able to work with public health to get vaccinated in the past 10 weeks. When we now have an exposure in one of our schools, it's nice to see that we don't have to quarantine 10, 15, or 20 staff members because they're already fully vaccinated, which means we can quarantine the impacted students and keep our doors open and keep teaching. So it's having a very positive impact. If we want to go to a concert at Bethel Woods, people need to be vaccinated. It's important. It's a choice, and I understand that's a choice. But the more people get vaccinated, the more quickly we're going to get back to what people want to get back to. And the big thing that our schools are looking forward to are end-of-year celebrations and graduations. And if our students want to have as normal a graduation as possible, their best bet is to go out and tell their parents, I need to do this. And the parents need to do this.
Absolutely. How can we get more students and vaccinated, not only vaccinated, but educated about the vaccine?
Well, our schools are doing the best that they can, and so is public health. And right now, we are running a campaign over the next 2 weeks in cooperation with public health, Garnet Medical Center, Sullivan County COVID Task Force. We have established 4 clinics over the next 2 weeks. And we've tried to break them down geographically. We're trying to get out to as many corners of the county as possible. And these clinics are geared towards getting our 16 and 17-year-old students, basically our juniors and seniors, who would be participating in these end-of-year ceremonies and graduations vaccinated. And we're encouraging their parents, because the parents have to bring them to the sites to sign the permission slips to get them vaccinated. And we're encouraging our parents to get their shot while they're there too. So we're trying to make it easy. We're getting out into the 4 different corners of the community. We're running a clinic for Monticello, Eldred, and Fallsburg on May 11th. We're running a clinic for Livingston Manor and Roscoe on May 14th. We're running a clinic for Sullivan West on May 17th. And we're running a clinic for Liberty and Tri-Valley on May 21st. All of the clinics will be scheduled after school from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. They will be using the Pfizer vaccine. Pfizer is the only vaccine approved for 16 and 17-year-olds. And through the coordination efforts of Garnet and Public Health, these states were set so that the second dose, and that's when an individual is considered fully vaccinated, will be administered, and that there will be a 2-week window for those individuals to be considered fully vaccinated before the graduation ceremonies at the end of the year.
That's fantastic. Where can people find more information about those 4 school-based vaccine clinics?
People can go to their local school district's website. They can go to the Sullivan BOCES website. I know they can go to Sullivan 180's website. They can go to the county's website. The links to the clinics are all posted on the websites. Our school districts have posted it on their websites, pushed it out on their social media platforms. They're sending robocalls home. My staff is outside my door because I have almost 500 students from all over the county at BOCES, and we're stuffing backpacks with flyers in addition to the robocalls and everything else to get as much information out to our parents as possible. And if the individuals don't have access to the internet, they can call 845-295-4097. And if they leave their name, their phone number, and the name of their school district, somebody will contact them, and we will make arrangements to get them registered and tell them when their appointments are.
Anything else that you would like to share about these upcoming school-based vaccine clinics?
Do it for your kids. Do it for yourself. They're entitled. They have worked hard. They're entitled to their normal end-of-year ceremonies, and this is the only way the school districts can bring it to them. I know many of us are planning outdoor ceremonies. Our ceremony is going to be held at Bethel Woods. There are other school districts that are doing it. We're doing everything to provide a safe, memorable ceremony because these kids, especially the kids graduating this year, they've worked so hard under such adverse circumstances. They deserve this, and we deserve to give it to them. And if we can get the 16 and 17-year-olds vaccinated, and we can get the parents to get vaccinated, and we understand not everyone's going to want it, and that's okay. And it's understandable. But we want to get as many of them vaccinated by affording them the opportunity to make that decision. And that's the goal of this campaign.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us today, Bob. The county truly is a healthier place because of all the work that you're doing with empowering a healthier generation and education on these life-saving vaccines. So thank you for what you're doing, and wishing you all the best. And let's get lots of people out to those vaccine clinics over the next couple of weeks.
Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate the time.